The Gospel according to Matthew, chapter 16, verses 13 to 23. Jesus went into the region of Caesarea Philippi, and he asked his disciples, "Who do people say that the Son of Man is?" They replied, "Some say John the Baptist, others Elijah, still others Jeremiah, or one of the prophets." He said to them, "But who do you say that I am?" Simon Peter said in reply, "You are the Christ, the Son of the living God." Jesus said to him in reply, "Blessed are you, Simon, son of Jonah, for flesh and blood has not revealed this to you, but my heavenly Father. And so I say to you, you are Peter, and upon this rock I will build my church, and the gates of the netherworld shall not prevail against it. I will give you the keys to the kingdom of heaven. Whatever you bind on earth shall be bound in heaven, and whatever you loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven." Then he strictly ordered his disciples to tell no one that he was the Christ. From that time on, Jesus began to show his disciples that he must go to Jerusalem and suffer greatly from the elders, the chief priests, and the scribes, and be killed, and on the third day be raised. Then Peter took Jesus aside and began to rebuke him. "God forbid, Lord! No such thing shall ever happen to you." He turned and said to Peter, "Get behind me, Satan. You are an obstacle to me. You are thinking not as God does, but as human beings do." Who am I for you now? Jesus does not want to be a key figure from the past. He wants to be an important person for you today, of my today, not a distant prophet. Jesus wants to be the God who is close to us. Christ, brothers and sisters, is not a memory of the past, but the God of the present. If he were merely a historical figure, to imitate him today would be impossible. We would find ourselves faced with the great chasm of time, and above all, faced with this example, which is like a very high, unscalable mountain. We want to climb it, but lack the ability and the necessary means. Instead, Jesus is alive. Let us remember this. Jesus is alive. Jesus lives in the church. He lives in the world. Jesus accompanies us. Jesus is by our side. He offers us His word. He offers us His grace, which enlighten and refresh us on the journey. We are not alone on the path of life because Christ is with us. Christ helps us to walk, as He did with Peter and the other disciples. It is precisely Peter in today's Gospel who understands this, and by the grace recognizes in Jesus the Christ, the Son of the living God. "You are the Christ, the Son of the living God," says Peter. He is not a character from the past, but the Christ, that is, the Messiah, the awaited one, not a deceased hero, but the Son of the living God, made man and come to share the joys and the labors of our journey.